Okay, hi everybody. I'm back with another video. So I did a alien UFO story time recently, and I thought I would tell a story about another spiritual thing. It's kind of eerie that happened to me near the start of the pandemic. Um, so I didn't used to. So at the very start of my spiritual journey, I keep fussing with my hair. I didn't really believe in past lives or anything like that. I kind of thought, I was like, oh, well, if it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not, that kind of vibe, right? And then I had a reading done with a psychic who's in my local area, and some of the stuff she said didn't resonate with me, to be perfectly honest, but there was some stuff she did say about my past lives, and because I don't know much about that, I was like, well, it sounds very specific. I think she said one past life I was a journalist, which is like highly funny. I'll tell you why in a minute. And then the other one was I was a teacher of some kind helping children in war-torn countries, right? So what's interesting is that I actually was always under the assumption, right? I operated under the assumption before becoming a spiritualist that I would be a journalist or a writer. And I probably will write a book of spiritual experiences at some point. I kind of am, to like make it full circle. But anyway, and I went to school for journalism, but then there were personal circumstances and I dropped out. But it's really funny that if that's my past life, that I sort of carried that on and brought that skill into the next life. So the other one was the war-torn country. Now, I have a thing, and I mean, maybe it's just being an empath, but it really affects me seeing children, especially in like in war zones and things. And it would always really get to me as if it's like a thing that I'm going through. Like, it really would just like hurt my heart so much, And so I thought, well, maybe there's something to that. If I had a past life and I was helping children, sorry, my cat's trying to jump at the window. He's not allowed in yet. If I was helping children, that would make sense. That's what. My cat keeps looking at me. I'm not letting you in. He's not allowed in yet because we got to take care of some stuff in the house. And my friend isn't here to like help me with him. But hold on one second. So anyway, now I've sorted that out. So yeah, it would make sense if I had a past life under that sort of circumstances, that I would probably be very, like, extremely sensitive to that, right? I don't know why I keep playing with my hair. This is just like a real, like, chatty video, really. I'm not trying to make it, like, too serious, but, like, I just keep playing with my hair. And so anyway, so I sort of take it with a grain of salt. I'm like, oh, well, I don't really believe in this, but it kind of makes sense, and it makes me feel like I have a purpose and I'm important, right? Like I've done this good stuff in my past lives, And I kind of was like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm really doing that in this one, but I guess with, now I've become like a spiritualist, so I feel differently now. I was like, maybe I'm not really doing it in this one, but that's okay. Maybe this is the reality and the timeline. Sorry, the word got away from me. The timeline, so to speak, where I'm resting, right? And I'm taking all that growth from past lives and I'm becoming spiritual to learn about those lives and upgrade from them, right? If you're into any of that woo-woo stuff like I am. But you know what I mean, if you're into the same sort of stuff, about like different realities and timelines and stuff. Anyway, so a couple of weeks go by, it's like 2 weeks later, and I go to the city for a show because I live in a smaller city, so I have to go to like the bigger city to go to this musical show of my dad. And my dad tells me to like wait outside the theater because we're about to go in, and he goes, I'm just gonna go check, like I think getting food or drink or something like that. It was something. And I'm sitting there in my wheelchair on the street, like just, and you're wary of your surroundings when you're in a big city, right? Like you're sort of looking around, but I'm also sort of zoning out a little bit too. I'm like, oh, I'm just chilled. I'm in a real, like, not even a receptive energy, but I'm just completely relaxed. You know what I mean? So suddenly, this is the funniest thing. Honestly, it is so strange. And you're probably not going to believe me. Some people are going to watch this and be like, yeah, whatever. But this lady comes up to me and she starts talking. And I'm close by the pavement. And so the buses are going past on the road and they're really loud. Like, you know how loud buses are in a city, right? Like, they drown people out when they're talking. So I can only get a little bit of what she's saying. But she starts off saying, you're so brave. And I'm like, oh, God, what's she going to do? Like, say she's going to, because some people, they see a person in a wheelchair and, they make ableist assumptions about you. So I'm thinking, oh, she's saying I'm so brave, being in a wheelchair, just sitting there, because that's, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. And so she's talking on about some stuff. But then as the buses are going past and it's dying down, I can hear some of what she's saying. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, up to that point. And then I literally hear her go, oh, and you used to, the children say thank you. And I was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, because we were at the border and they wouldn't let us leave. But you helped us and you helped us leave. And because of that, the children, they say thank you. And I'm like, when I tell you, I felt like a chill, like literally, like it's so weird to talk about, but like I felt this chill like go down my back. And I felt like I had like just completely zoned out. Like my soul that's in my physical body had literally like left my body. And it was like, time stopped. Like I knew what she was saying, but I was like, holy crud, is this to do with the past life reading, right? And so and she's just talking away like, yeah, like the children say thank you, like you helped us, like thank you, like you're so brave. And then it's like she said what she needed to say. And then she just, like, walked away. And you could think, like, oh, maybe this is a person, like, with addiction issues, and she just happened to coincidentally say something. But I just find it so odd that 2 weeks after that reading, this random lady comes up to me, talking like she knows me from the past, or she's linked to that in some way. Like a messenger, right? And she just like, it's just so bizarre. Like it was so weird. And my dad comes back. I'm like fully white as a sheet. Like I'm so pale. He's like, what's wrong? Like, because I completely like frozen up. Like I had gone into shock. And so I think I told him a little bit later on. I might have said at the time, I was like, oh, this person said some stuff to me and blah, blah, blah. I may not have gone into specifics, but I was like, it's weird because it's like what I was told in this video. I don't actually know what I said to my dad, but I kind of like laughed it off like, haha. But it was just like, it was the craziest freaking thing that has like ever happened to me. And I was thinking about it recently, and I'm pretty sure she was like dressed in black. And I've seen other people talk about messengers that are like dressed in black. If you don't know, if you're like new to like spirituality, there are some spiritualists that talk about sometimes a spirit will come into someone and come to talk to you. And I am convinced, like look at my fist I'm shaking. I am convinced, right, that the lady that came up to me, this person, whoever, like this lady, like spirit wanted to be, like they needed a conduit, and she was the conduit, because it was so weird. She came up to me, said what she needed to say, then walked back, and she was just loitering. And then I looked to her to talk to my dad, and by the time my dad came back, she had gone. And it was just the most eeriest thing. It was like she'd completely zoned out and gone back into her own, like what she was doing before. Like, it was so odd. But honestly, if I didn't know, like you say, I wasn't spiritual and I hadn't had that reading, right? No disrespect, I would have thought that she was like, you know, needed some help, was on something, because that was the vibe it was giving. But it was only when I listened, I was like, wait, like that relates to what I was told. And there was something about it. Till that day, it makes my heart warm to think about it, that Spirit found a way. If this is like true, like if this is actually Spirit's plan, like it's amazing that my spirit guides found a way to talk to this lady and to tell me that I had done good in my past lives, and that I should be, you know, proud of that, and that, you know, Spirit has recognized me in this life, and, you know, wants my soul to remember, and like wants me to know what a good job I did. Not to pat me on the back, but just to say, like, it's so heartwarming that, you know, the other side wants me to know this stuff. So let me know your experiences, because that was my crazy story. Let me know if you guys have ever had any like similar experiences to this. I would love to know. Like, it would be so fun to like know you guys' stories, and if you've ever had any spiritual messengers approach you or anything similar, because that's the first and only time that has ever happened to me, aside from like, you know, fully conscious psychics that do readings. But like that's the first time where someone completely random who did not, I don't even know if they knew who I really was, like in my soul. I'm sure Spirit would have shown them, but that's the first time where I've just been randomly approached, and that has happened. So let me know how it is for you guys. Did you enjoy this story? Like, what are your thoughts and theories? Like, am I wrong? Like, is there something else going on? I don't know, but I'm open to like hearing what you guys think. And let me know if you want any more. Like, I don't really have that many stories, to be honest, but let me know if you want any just like talks about spirituality, any videos. Like, I can even do new card videos. I'm thinking about doing more filmed collective readings, so that's fun. But yeah, let me know, guys. Bye, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.